Hey, this your boy Icewater 815, man. Come back at you with another video. And this just gonna be like a second video to my What's Hurting the Trucking Industry Right Now series. And man. I ain't gonna really say this one a tough one because I got a lot of friends. Like I done made a lot of relationships and I don't really wanna run the risk of damaging no relationships, but I just gotta keep it 100, man. So for anybody I offend with this next video, well, no, this ain't that video. This ain't that video. This just gonna be, well, yeah, I do got some people that work there. Anyway, man, stay tuned for this video, man. I'm finna touch on something that's kind of close to me, I guess. They say never. I say never tell me what to do. A person will never put you in a position above them. That's never a lie, always true. Success never comes without risk, and risk never comes without fear. YouTube is a smoke and mirror, never how it appear. Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Icewater. You already know what it is, man. This gonna be another video about what I think is wrong with another thing that I think is wrong with the trucking industry. And for me, it come down to the big brokerages, the TQLs, the CH Robinson, the Coyote Logistics. I'm just going to stick with them three, but I think it's applicable across the board because they hiring people who don't have any experience in logistics and they putting them in a position to tender loads. And to me, that's a big problem. Like, and you give them a range in which the loads can be tendered. You know what I'm saying? You give, because they can look on the computer and see what that lane typically goes for. They can look and see what they pay, what the highest they pay for the load, the lowest they pay for the load, look at the average. They can look on the computer and see all that. I think though, what's missing in their training of those individuals who are actually, we just gonna call them the gatekeepers of the price. That's what they are technically, the ones tendering the loads. You know, I'm talking about when you call in on a load and you get the broker who got the load or whatever the case may be, you get the team. Y'all know how it go, but I think what those 3PL companies are missing in their training is simply a lack of understanding the entire load process and how a load works. And I know that that's missing because a lot of times when I'm talking to these brokers, they'll be like, oh, well, let me give you the zip code. They want to give me zip code to zip code. Well, it's more to figuring out what I should be asking for in the rate than just where it's picking up, where it's delivering to. And I think that if they were trained to give out the pertinent information about a load to help the person on the other end of the phone determine what rate that they should be asking for based on what the load is, because every load is not the same. I think that would help develop a level of respect within the entire load booking process. And I don't think that that's being taught in that training. And I've talked to a lot of different people, so I'm not just basing this on one experience. And I gotta say that even though I feel that way, I've ran into some brokers who actually understand. They'd be like, oh, I get it. You know, they'd be like, oh, no, this load kind of messed up, but this all we can pay on it. Or, man, this shipper take a long time to load, but I can only pay it. I've ran into those people. But I don't think that the training is there, especially for them, the college graduates that they starting to hire now who they don't have no passion for trucking other than they on salary. And they saw what the salary was and was like, oh, I'm on salary and I can get a bonus if I say the company X amount of dollars. Hey, that's a big problem in the industry right now. And I know people like, well, you identifying all these problems, but you're not giving out any solutions in these videos. Well, I don't know if people saying that, but I just thought about that right now. So let me give out a solution to that, man. And the solution is simple. We as the carriers, we as the equipment owners, we actually determine the rate. All too often I hear people, oh, ain't nothing I can do about it. The rate's the rate. It's a lot you could do about it. You don't choose to do anything about it but complain, and that's not really getting you nowhere. So, I mean, to me, I just want to bring some light to another thing that I think is wrong in the trucking industry, and that's when it comes to the big brokerages. They're not properly training the gatekeepers of the rates about everything that goes into a load and how the person on the other end of the phone ideally should be pricing the load. Hey, this is your boy X1A15, man. Thanks for checking out my video. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Been through a lot of pain in my life, and I pray the Lord take it all away.